What's up, everybody? Chewy Internet coming at you today, and we got another Marvel Crisis Protocol video. And this time it's just going to be, just like I said, another MCP update. What's going on here? So, just like to give everybody a heads up, man. I ended up losing yesterday to Matt Alix, really good Web Warriors player yesterday. Really close game. Came down to some decisions that didn't go in my favor, and we'll talk about it here for a little bit. In a second, what the situation was or whatever. But yeah, I ended up losing. I made top 16 out of 200 some odd players in MCP. Man, I'm really proud of myself. I'm really happy with how far I got. Of course, like everything, I'm a competitor, right? So of course, I was a little angry, a little upset that I lost yesterday. And again, it's my growing frustration of the webheads is what it is, man. I feel like there's just this hurdle that it's just like right in the way. It's just in the way. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get over the hump, trying to take them down, and it just didn't go. It didn't go my way, and that's how that is, man. Shout outs to everybody who runs the TTS league. By the way, I always have a good time playing in that league. Shout outs to all the players. Shout outs to everybody that played and participating. We still got top 8 going on. I will be live streaming some of the games. Hopefully, I'm saying that now. I did set, I'm always available. If you're in the top 8, you need a streamer, let me know. I'll definitely make myself available and, do that for you guys. And, I'll have those matches on YouTube here recording all that stuff. But anyways, guys, you guys can do me a favor. Before we get into the rest of this video, can you guys do me a favor? Subscribe to the channel. Like, dislike, comment down below. Give me your thoughts and all that stuff. And, we'll keep this MCP going. Right now, we're not having a lot of reveals happening, so I'm just going to pivot the channel a little bit. I think this week I'm going to focus on is I'm going to try to get some interviews going with some of the players out there. I've been meaning to do that. It's just been, I've been busy the past couple of weeks. I'm finally starting to get my schedule back to where it needs to be. And, we're going to have some more stuff going on. And again, I am still working on the tournament that I want to do with TTS. Hopefully by next week or the week after, I'll finally be comfortable with opening up the registration for it for the U.S. players only. I'm going to send out my invites to the players who I think deserve an invite, right? I'm going to send them an invite out to there, and we're shooting for July. Right now, I'm just torn between, how I want to do this. Do I want to do a 3 or 4 round day Saturday, and then just have that boil down in top 16 or something going into Sunday, or do I just play it out Swiss the entire way, and whenever we get a winner, we get a winner. That's where I'm just debating that right now. Everything else is set in place. I do need to get the event. I do need to get the event over to the LVO thing, so that way people can get points for it. Prizes. Like I said, I'm probably going for the first place. This is a free. By the way, it's free to enter. You don't have to pay money. I don't have to how many times to say that. It's free. I think the first place prize will get. Not think I know. We'll get a trophy for me. Out of my own pocket. And it's gonna have their name on it, and I'll get that mailed out to them. So that's first place. Second and third, I'm thinking about what to do for them. Right now, where I'm leaning towards is probably for second and third. Give them a fig of their choice at a certain price range, obviously, right? So that's probably where I'm headed for second and third, and just still weighing out some things, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the next 2 weeks I'll be ready to unveil, and we can get that going. With that being said, let's get into the game here. Let's talk about it for a second. What ends up happening here is I do end up winning priority, which is what I wanted. I wanted that all week. That's literally what I've been debating all week. Because I looked at Matt Alix's roster, and I'm like, I need to win priority. I didn't want to play Secures against. I didn't want him to use his Secures at all. I ended up winning priority at Dual Secures. We got an 18. We both got an 18-point extract and secure. We got hammers, and I got Mutant Madmen for downtown. And I've debated this. As a Brotherhood player, I'm for sure going to be cutting that out of my roster. I don't think it's a good choice for me as a Brotherhood player. I'm having trouble with the third secure. The first 2 secures are obvious. I love demons downtown. I love intrusions for the Brotherhood. The third one's always been trouble for me, so I'm gonna definitely cut that. I'm gonna have to reevaluate my roster once everything's done. Everything's done here. I'm going to reevaluate my roster, do some play testing, and go forward from there. Get ready for the rest of this year for MCP, right? So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we ended up getting Mutant Madden, which I didn't like, and we got Hammers, which I do like. So let's get to the point in the game. We're tied at 8-8. At this point in the game, Miles was dazed. Venom was on his injured side. I ended up doing some cool play here with Venom. I do a climbing gear, do a couple attacks into Venom, end up dazing him, taking a hammer, and being at an advantage and still maintaining priority, which is very, very important. So I ended up doing all that. I ended up with 3 hammers. I ended up with 2 traps on the side there, and you'll see here in a second how I end this turn here. Gwen comes down, I think tries to take the trap, does not, is unsuccessful, I believe, or doesn't attack and moves this way. I'm sorry, doesn't attack, moves this way, come out to here, so he can set up Lifesaver to save some people. Got out to there, and so I have control of both traps here. I have Juggernaut right out here to the side. I have Miles coming back from his healthy side. And I have Venom coming back from his healthy side as well. And I also have Rogue, Mystique, everybody here ready for the murder, ready to go. So what ended up happening here was, and this was basically the turning point of the game. I mean, the rest of the game is, you can watch it on the channel. I do have it. I'll link it here in this video. But I just wanted to get this out there and all that. Because this was like, this is the point in the game where, I feel like I lost it. Again, people say I lost turn 0. Probably. I should have went 5 wide instead of 4. I went 4 wide. I felt comfortable with what I had. Because I didn't feel like web warriors do. I don't feel like web warriors have an answer for Juggernaut, and Rogue is just in my opinion, is a nightmare against Venom, which she did her job against Venom in this game. I thought, in my opinion, and Magneto's Magneto. You know what I mean? He can spike and just daze and kill people with no problem with throws and everything like that. It's just insane. So here's the situation. So what I'm thinking in my head is, I have. Do you know who I am? I have Juggernaut on a lot of power. I have Magneto on 2 power. Going to go to 4 at the top of the turn. And what my plan here was to get these 2 models off the board, right? If I get these 2 models off the board to start the turn, all that's left here to stop me at this point, because as you can see, Black Cat has no power. Moon Knight has no power. Toad is basically not doing anything, just kind of just maneuvering around and just maintaining the hammer, which I don't need, because my whole entire game plan was to just have 3 hammers and have traps on wrap. That way I can score 5 points a turn and be at advantage at that point, right, with points, and just kind of win from there. So this is at the end of turn 2. Black Cat, like I said, has no power. I think Black Cat, I forgot what Black Cat did. I don't know why Black Cat doesn't have power. I think maybe turning a trap over or something. Yeah, turning this trap over down here, because the one I had and I left it, and that's what she tried to do. And she had no power. So I wasn't in fear of the steal or anything like that at any point, because she had no power, and she would have to attack me to gain power with 4 dice. I've seen her do some crazy shit and get 3 power and get a steal, but I wasn't too concerned about it at all. So that's the entire board state there. So my game plan was literally daze these 2, and the way I was going to do it, I have this size 4 terrain feature behind me. I have a size 3 over here, and I'm going to have a size 2 over here. My plan is to do at least get 1 attack into Miles, do some throw damage, kill him, use my second action to attack Venom, and push Venom somewhere out to here. That way he can't get my God, I can't speak right now. The reversal attack, right? I didn't want him to have that, so I was gonna eventually push him out to here, and then stop that, and then basically go ahead and throw this size 4 at him, and hopefully that just kills him. That's 5 damage coming in with no rerolls since Miles is gone. So what ends up happening here is, now that you know what my plan is, I end up doing 1 attack, I believe, into Miles. I don't know why I have 4 dice here. I'm trying to figure out why. We'll find out in a minute. I think I'm just adding dice at this point. So I do 1 attack into Miles. I start my turn. I do 1 attack into Miles. As you can see here, I end up getting 5 hits. He ends up blocking 3, and I think he ends up blocking 4 here, doing 1 damage to Miles, with rerolls, by the way, and I have 7 dice with the hammer. That leaves me at 5 power. And once that happened, I was like, okay, that's whatever. I was debating throwing the size 4 into Miles or debating throwing. I mean, for sure, I wanted to throw this size 3 container at Miles, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Hindsight being 2020, I should have probably ended up throwing the helicopter after. I should have probably ended up throwing a helicopter into Miles here and then just seeing what happens. After, and then basically save the container for Venom. I don't know. But yeah, I probably should have. I probably would have. I probably would have had a better chance if I would have just thrown this helicopter at Miles, maybe dazing him. So what ends up happening here is I use Do You Know Who I Am off of Juggernaut, spending 4 power because I have a hammer on him. I throw this at Miles. That's the first thing I do. It ends up doing 2 damage to Miles. Blocked pretty well there, so it's 4 damage coming in. He blocked 2. And then I go ahead and throw the small terrain feature into Miles, which all I needed was 2 damage. He ends up blocking again because of the rerolls, leaving Miles on 1. I should have probably thrown the size 4 terrain feature behind me at Miles just to guarantee it. But I wanted to save it for Venom, right? I thought getting in 2 damage wasn't unreasonable. But then again, I mean, I only did 1 damage into Miles on an attack with rerolls, which is frustrating with Magneto. My Magneto dice weren't really the greatest in this game. But I mean, credit to Matt. I mean, he rolled great block rolls, did really well. And from here I had to make a decision because I can't leave Miles alive. I don't have another throw. I don't have another throw or anything like that at this point, so I have to kill him. So I do a second attack into Miles. I end up doing the 1 damage, which is frustrating because my second action now I can't use it on Venom to push him and throw. At this point, this was kind of stupid of me. What I should have ended up doing here was probably throwing a helicopter, but the reason why I didn't do it, maybe it's not stupid, but the reason why I did not do that is that I didn't want to give Venom any more power than what he had. He had 2 power. I just kind of wanted him to sit there and just whatever. From there I'll figure it out with Rogue here, and get the kill. And it is what it is at this point. What ends up happening here is he does an all webbed up with Venom, does a couple attacks into Mystique, and ends up KOing Mystique, taking the hammer, and turn goes back to me. I end up making a mistake charging into Venom. And the way I charged into Venom was dumb. I should have charged this way. I completely forgot about Webline. Lifesaver, I'm sorry. Lifesaver from Gwen. I did a really good I was doing a really good job the entire game not trying to pop that at all. I made a huge mistake here, which takes an action away from Rogue, which sucks because now Rogue can't do anything else. Can't do another attack. I was hoping to get 2 attacks here into Venom, take the hammer, and be up on hammers, and then have advantage at that point. And I think if that happens, I end up winning the game, honestly. Because I don't think Gwen or anybody else is going to come here and take the hammer. Like I said, Black Cat has 1 power on her. Black Cat would have to move, attack, hope for 2 damage, get a steal, maybe get the hammer that way. On Rogue, I don't know. I don't think that'll happen. The other thing is too, the most, and I probably should have been focusing more on Gwen too and getting rid of Gwen faster. And that was a mistake on my end. I shouldn't have focused on Miles so much. I should have just focused on Gwen, and did that. That's another thing, And I should have gone 5 wide. But that's what happens here, and I make that mistake. That leaves Venom alive, and then from there, that was pretty much all she wrote. I mean, Magneto gets dazed here because of you could do a web line, and then from there he had the plus dice to kill Magneto, and it was all she wrote from there. And here I could have maybe just maintained these 3 points here, but I felt like I was denying the inevitable at that point. Maybe hindsight being 2020. I mean, now that I've played the game enough, now that I've been thinking about this, this is out of frustration. What ends up happening here is I move twice. I move once, I get a push. I try to do a 9 dice attack into Venom to kill him. It didn't work out. What I should have ended up doing here was coming down to here, protecting the trap, and just rolling dice into Moon Knight. And even if I don't kill Moon Knight, it's not the end of the world, because if I can get the push on Moon Knight, he would have been able to try to get 1 trap instead of 2. But again, my mindset was thinking he only had 1 power. He can't get both traps. At most, he can get his 1. So that's why I ended up leaving. I ended up whiffing my attack into Venom here. And that was all she wrote. Of course, Moon Knight rolled dice and rolled a block and got extra power and was able to turn 2 traps. So that's basically what happened. I mean, there's a lot more that happened in the game, but this is basically just by brained up. And just the mistakes that I made in this game. I should have gone 5 wide instead of 4. That's clear. Even though I did go 4 wide, I felt like even with that being said, with me going 4 wide and it being the wrong play according to a lot of people, and me myself as well, I've come to that conclusion. I still felt like, even with me being at let's just say if I was at a disadvantage, I still felt like I had what I needed to win this game. It's just a few unfortunate things didn't go my way, and if they did, I think I cleaned the game and I think I win. But that's credit to Alex knowing the situation and doing what he does and doing what he did really well. He did really well, and he's going to be a problem in top 8. I think he's going to be a really good threat. He's going to be a good threat in top 8. They need to watch out for him sooner as well. Those two, I think those 2 players are going to be the 2 players to watch in top 8. I think those 2 are going to, make some noise in that top 8. I wish I was there because I'd be making some noise too. I'm not, and it is what it is. So yeah, that was the game, and of course you guys watched the game. You do see now I do get salty. Like, I'm not gonna apologize for being salty, by the way. That's just me. That's who I am. As long as I'm not, in my opinion, as long as I'm not disrespecting a player, as long as I'm not, name calling or saying bad things about the player or anything like that. Anything I say from there, I mean, that's just how I feel. That's how I felt about the game. If anybody listens to my little rant at the end there or whatever and takes it another way, that's on you. It is what it is. That's how you feel. Fine. Me, I'm just letting you know, like, I was just venting some frustration that I had. I felt like, what I did was a really good play, and I felt like, I probably, in my mind, I was like, okay, I should be rewarded for this. And I wasn't. And that happens. But I was just airing my frustration. Listen, I'm a competitive player. I love to compete. We all have moments of, whatever, where we get upset and talk about things. And, I'm not going to apologize for being salty. You know what I mean? I honestly, man, I'm striving to be great. You know what I mean? I want to be great in this game. I want to be strong. I want to be a good player. And I want to be, one day I want to be one of the best. You know what I'm saying? To play this game, and I put a lot into it. Hey, frustration happens. You know what I'm saying? If you've competed in things and have never gotten mad or whatever at some point, and that's fine. Hey, man, you're a better man than me. But me, I'm not like that. I'm not gonna apologize for it ever. As long as, and in my opinion is, as long as I'm not disrespecting you or name calling you or whatever, or name calling anybody, hey, it's all good. And again, this is just me explaining the rant at the end of people, oh my God, you're no. Matt wasn't offended at all by what I said or anything like that. He was cool. He knew where I was coming from, and he understood. And me and him talked and DM'd, back and forth. I definitely apologize. I said I did apologize to him, if he took it a certain way or anything like that. And he didn't, and that's good. You know what I'm saying? I just want, we're good there. But just in case somebody watches that video, that match video, and like gets on me or whatever, if anybody heard a streamer gets on me or whatever, I'm just explaining my part. And again, it happens. So anyways, guys, that's it for me, guys. That's the end of my video here. Be on the lookout for more videos. Like I said, I'm going to be interviewing some players, hopefully. I've sent out my messages. I've sent out my message to one player. Hopefully they get back to me. I will be sending out a couple of other messages as well to get them on the channel and talk about the game. And, just talk MCP, right? Because we don't have a lot to talk about right now when it comes to models or anything like that. I definitely want to get other players' perspectives, and I definitely want to get their point of view about MCP and their style of play and all that. My favorite part of this game is always talking about after, right? Is always talking about, strategies or what their mindset was or blah, 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 blah. That's always the funnest part for me. It's always like picking the other player's brain and understanding what their style or what their approach is to the game. But that's it for me, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful, blessed day out there. Keep playing MCP, guys. Like I said, if you guys can't do me a favor, like, dislike the video, comment down below, subscribe to the boys' channel. We'll get some more MCP content out there, and have a wonderful, blessed day, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time.